Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre-market session. And each morning we'll be watching these scans, these 4 scans, plus this one I am testing. It's from Benzinga Pro. You want to see a green symbol here with an arrow up. That tells you there's a spike occurring on this stock. So watch this list closely. Along with these, you will see a yellow breakout up indicator pop into these scans when something is moving higher. I will click on it, then we will come and check the current bar volume to make sure there's enough volume to get in and get out safely. It's not a specific number. You want to just see good volume flow in here. You want to see a battle going on between the buyers and the sellers and enough volume flow that we can get in and get out safely. Also, you want to watch these bars. You want these green bars breaking above this yellow average volume line. The green bars are buyers, so we want them to be more buyers than average. And then you watch it for red as they start selling out. This is the My Blessing indicator. As these bars are breaking yellow, this line also should be green and headed north. Down here's the money flow line. I have made it a little bit tighter this morning. So if you are in a trade, I've got this yellow line set to 4. You may want to try 3 or 5, any number that works for you. So if you bought into this, you ride it up until you start seeing this red line heading toward that yellow or crossing over the yellow. The smaller you make the number, the faster that occurrence is going to happen to get you out of the stock faster. Or if you raise it up to 5, it may be a little bit delayed. It all depends on your risk tolerance, how much you're willing to give back before you get out. I find that 4 works for me, but may adjust it to 3 later. We'll see how it goes. Also, you'll see these white arrows popping in. These are very important arrows. They are telling us, hey, they are coming in, they are buying, the stock is rising, but don't hang on to this down arrow. This is a short position arrow. So it's not a exit arrow. You can watch these candles, try to sell on the way up when everybody's buying. That way you get out of the stock quicker. Also, if you are a new investor, make sure that you attend these live streams and only watch for quite a few days or weeks or maybe a month or 2. Who knows how long it takes. But watch these live streams every day that I am posting or streaming. But write it down on paper the old-fashioned way so you don't lose any money while you're learning. Write down your entry, your exit, and your results. If you continue to be profitable on paper, then change over to real money, but use small share size. Anywhere between 1 and 10 shares should get you started. And if you continue to be profitable with real money, the only thing you need to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. Also, I am not a financial advisor. Make sure you reach out to the proper authorities before you take any of my advice or use any of my indicators. And in your active trader, change your TIF to EXT so you don't miss a trade. That stands for extended hours. And thank you everyone for joining me this morning. It is Friday. Don't forget that. People like to sell out on Friday. I don't know how today's going to respond though, since we did not trade yesterday. Could be a totally different direction the market heads. We'll have to see at the top of the hour. So we have about 55 seconds to go, and we'll see how this market starts. Be ready right at the beginning. Usually that's when our runners occur, just a few seconds after the top of the hour, so be ready. About 40 seconds to go. Yes, it is, Majika. You are welcome. 10 seconds. This is what we're looking for, this yellow breakout. All right, let's see what's going on. You'll hear a lady talking in the background. I'll turn it up a little bit in a minute. Don't see any volume on that one. When you see these yellow breakout up, pop into the chart, you want to look over here at the volume and make sure it has volume. So if it's yellow with volume, that's the ones we want to look at. This scan here, I discovered if the lady calls out a symbol and it appears in this list, that's when you want to check it, because she calls out just a bunch of stocks that are moving, not necessarily spiking. But if she calls out a symbol and it's right here at the top, that one is definitely going. WHLR trying to move up slowly. I'm not liking the volume on this one. It's kind of slow. Looks like the money flow's already coming out of it. They're tired of waiting. Looking for volume. This is the extreme breakout scan. This scan goes with this arrow. So these are all arrows, but we're looking over here for volume. I'm not seeing any. So on this extreme breakout, you can get it to work for pre-market if you lower the volume to 50,000 shares. Good job, Mac, plus 11 cents a share. Good job, A, $77 on Wheeler. Of course, we're not watching Wheeler anymore.
GOVX.
So I'm listening for her to call out one of these symbols.
GPUS.
Not seeing any volume, not seeing any volume.
HOVR.
That one's in the list. All right, let's see if it takes off. We already have one white arrow down at the bottom. It's already triggered. All of these indicators look good down here. We just need to see if the buyers continue. I see some sellers coming in. If you've never been here before, this is a money flow line, so the money's coming in. We already have the signal it's going to spike. Problem is we have to determine if it's going to continue.
NINE.
Money's coming out of it. Buyers back in. This one's kind of jumping all over the place. Nothing solid in this trade. So be very careful. Don't let it drop on you and take your money. Money flows coming out.
HOVR.
Still a few buyers coming in. It's moving slowly, but it is going up.
GOVX HOVR.
You see a fast crossover of the sellers here. You can see how this would get you out of the trade before it drops too far. It crossed way before the price started coming down. Good job, Gary. William, you will get everything on my screen except for this one indicator. This is a premium indicator. It's sold separately, and it's $99.95. But you get everything else. You get over 70 scans. They're all custom. You also get over 40 indicators for the chart. So everything up here is included except this one.
GPUS.
Also, nothing up here comes with Thinkorswim. I am a custom coder. I've been coding this platform for over 16 years. I don't use the standard try these indicators.
GPUS.
Not seeing too much activity.
BIYA and two others. WHLR. GPUS. WHLR. BIYE. GPUS. HOVR. BIYE.
Not seeing anything moving. Do have a few breakout signals, but no volume.
HOVR.
You may see the screen go a little bit dark for a moment. I'm trying to find a missing scan.
WHLR.
A few more seconds.
HOVR.
All right, I'm unable to find it.
HLO. WHLR and two others.
Got to lower the volume down to 50,000 in pre-market, bring it back up to 1,000,000 in regular session. That's the extreme breakout scan. Bring it down to 50,000 volume.
BIYA and two others. GPUS. BIYE.
This is not Zendu. I'm on a free trial for Benzinga Pro. I'm trying to program it to my benefit. If I can't program it to my benefit, I'm not going to subscribe to them. So far, my scans have been outperforming Benzinga Pro. So kind of just testing it to see if it's worth the purchase or not. Maybe if it is, add it just more ammo for us to use. Another source.
HOVR.
She's only calling out stocks that are moving, not necessarily breaking out. That's why I said if she calls something out and it happens to be the one in this list, that one is very important. If she calls out this top stock, pay attention.
HOVR. WHLR. HOVR. BIYA. WHLR and two others.
For instance, this is a spike, but she didn't call it out in VCR. I'll pull it up. You can see a very small spike here. It's actually not even trading. Maybe some single purchase came in and it jumped to here. GPUS. Very small green bar. That's why we wait on her to call them out, because she's calling out the movement, where this one is just calling out if it's spiking or not. So I'm combining the two to see if that's beneficial. Breakouts, no volume. This morning I'm running 17 scans and they all look about the same. No volume. GPUS trying to move up a little.
GPUS.
I can turn it down some. I don't think there's any subscription service out there that's going to beat these indicators. I've been ahead of the game for quite some time now. I can turn her off if you just want to watch this scan. It don't matter to me. If you want to type all of these in, I prefer not to.
HOVR.
JFBR, Goldfinger says. JFBR barely has any volume, but could go. Good call out, Goldfinger. This one's breaking out. Currently at 8.15 and flying. Remember, we're scalping. Sell on the way up. Don't wait for all the sellers to jump in. White arrow popping back in for the spike higher. Let's go. I'm going to sell right here. Looks a little weak for me. Got 80 cents a share with 1,000 shares. I'm up $800 already this morning. Hopefully you did better than me because it's still going.
WHLR.
I ended up with about 785 after I finally got all of it out of there. I am Leonardo. But so far we're outperforming them. JFBR still going here. If you watch the money flow down here, it never came back down. When this line crosses that yellow one, that's when you want to bail.
JFBR.
Thank you, Goldfinger, for calling that one out. You made all of us a little bit of money this morning. That's how we do it here. Everybody's watching scans, and there's hundreds of us, so we hardly miss them. Developed 3 about trade ideas. I had it for about 2 years, and I actually think it's good, but I like mine better. So we're running a close race. I kind of find them a little bit faster than Trade Ideas does, but because of the delay in scan refresh and Thinkorswim, sometimes it beats me as well. So it's a close battle. But mine don't cost me $100 a month. Jay, I'm only looking for volume breakouts. That's all I do. I'm scalping. I don't care that X crosses Y or whatever the case may be. Strictly monitoring volume. Don't care about the news. If it's good news, the stock will pop up and it'll have a breakout by it if they like the news. So I'm only monitoring volume. This down here should keep you out of that stock and not get faked out on a second entry. If you continue to watch this.
GPUS. JFBR. GPUS. ARQQ.
Gary, I know the feeling, brother. When you're in heavy, it's a panic mode.
WHR. JFBR.
White arrow coming back in. Popped in, but we're looking weak down here. There we go. White arrow back in. The buyers are trying to push it higher. Spiking up to 949. Let's see if they can keep it going. I'm not going to enter a second time on here. I'm going to keep what I already made, and it's pulling back now. They are definitely trying to push it higher, though. A lot of top wicks up here. There's a lot of sellers up in this area. If you don't know what these wicks are, it's the sellers driving the price back down. So when you see a lot of wicks up here, you ought to have second thoughts about clicking and buying in up here because they're just going to pull it right back down.
HOVR, JFBR, HOVR,
Robert, have you loaded it? I did put out an update over the weekend. Have you reloaded it?
WHLR,
It's over in newest free scripts. If you haven't gotten the update, go do it. It's not going to change the arrows, but it is going to fix the alert. And I believe there was one little bug I found in it, but I don't think the bug was affecting anything.
GPUS, JFBR, JFBR,
Another white arrow down here, but we have all these wicks. It's going to take a lot of buyers to push through it, and it is possible. White arrow coming in, but struggling with those wicks.
JFBR, 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 GPUS, BIYE,
Junket, do you have the EXT selected on TIFF? I don't know why some of you have so much trouble with TOS. I guess maybe It could be computer. I really don't think it is, though. But I seldom have any issues other than the loading every now and then.
HOVR. WHLR.
Good. That's probably right, Autumn Rain. But I mean, I just put this on since I bought this computer a little over a year ago. And I am running the highest processor you can find, so that may have something to do with it.
JFBR.
I don't know what they're using. I'm on a tower. I'm running 8 32-inch monitors. Very large video card.
JFBR.
I could use another play this morning. I'm not seeing any volume in the market.
JFBR. HOVR.
Then again, I've given you guys so many scans and scripts that may be bogging the older computers down.
WHLR and 2 others. JFBR.
Trent, are you talking about the one here or the one on the chart?
JFBR.
Trent, are you running the latest one I put out this weekend over in Newest Free Scripts?
GPUS and 2 others. HOVR. GPUS.
That's the one that I'm running on this machine, but it's the one that I put out there over the weekend. So don't change it if yours is working. Could just be computer issues for them.
And 2 others. GPUS.
That 062025 number is the version you should be running. Thank you, Robert.
BIYA. WHLR. BIYA. WHLR. BIYA.
Very slow morning. We usually have 2 or 3 plays in by now.
NCI. BIYA. JFBR. GPUS. 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 BIYA and 2 others. BIYA.
Well, not so good of a morning this morning. We did get 1 play in. Well, some of us did, but quite slow.
GPUS. JFBR. GPUS.
ZETA posted here. I just typed it in to see if it was doing anything, and it's not. It is spiking up, but it has no buyers. Doesn't have any volume moving. It's frozen.
WHLR. WHLR.
Niner, I'm on 80. I can confirm that. There's nothing else to do.
GPUS.
Oh, looks like it's not. Maybe that's why I'm having some arrows y'all don't have. I am on 80 now, though.
JFBR.
Sorry about that. I worked on it over the weekend. It defaulted back to the 51, and I didn't catch it. Good catch, Niner. Good morning, Terry. CRCL has volume. Watching the current bar volume, that would be the last candle here is what this label's doing. Watching these dominator bars, the taller they are, the more volume we had, the more buyers that are coming in if it's green. The stock is pretty expensive, $2.23 a share currently. But we don't just do the little ones here. We play all of them. If they're moving, I'm interested. Jamie is supposed to be on 80, the dominance factor. Some people like 75. I prefer the 80. Tesla crawling this morning to the upside, if you're watching it. I like playing TSLL instead of TSLA. This will get you in there cheaper, and you can still make money if you like Tesla.
WHLR, HOVR, and two others. WHLR, AIFF.
Good morning, Billy.
BIYE.
AIFF, I'm being told. Thank you for calling that out. Looked like everybody called it out. Goldfinger being first.
JFBR.
Very careful here. That money flow is negative. The very last indicator at the bottom.
WHLR.
Let's see if they push it up from here. Money flow is positive again. White arrow trying to come in. Money flow going back negative.
WHLR.
Very important you watch this indicator. Don't let it rob you of your money this morning.
AIFF. GOVX.
Buyers trying to hold it up.
BIYE. AIFF and two others. BIYE.
Looks like some of you made a little bit of money on AIFF. $30, $6, minus 85, 108, plus 80.
AIFF. JFBR.
Minus 144, minus 29, plus 12. A lot of low numbers on it. Some of you took a small hit.
AIFF.
Looks like the buyers are trying to push it back up, but watch out for those wicks at the top. We've already had that discussion. A lot of sellers sitting up here.
AIFF. JFBR.
EONR or Q? EONR. This is a penny stock. I'm not going to get into it.
NINE. AIFF.
Doesn't look like anybody else wants to get into it either. Let's go back to AIFF. I don't think it's going to go past that grayish line. It's been restricted quite a few times.
AIFF.
A little bit jumpy this morning on these stocks. You have a good week. God bless.
AIFF.
Or a good weekend, I should say. I'm seeing that they're quite jumpy this morning. Unpredictable, really.
JFBR. GPUS. JFBR. WHR.
See you later, Johnny. See you on Monday. Have a blessed weekend.
JFBR.
Look like we might be sitting on our hands the rest of the session.
NINE. AIFF and 2 others.
See you later, Fumagoo. Have a blessed weekend. See you later, Dan. Have a blessed weekend.
AIFF and 2 others. IMRX.
Magic Scan is at 50. I have them all at 50 on PreMarket. If yours isn't showing anything, change scans and go back to it. Or hit the scan tab and manually kickstart it.
HOVR.
SRM. Looking at the volume, it's quite low. Stock looks good on the chart, though. Nice push upwards. I did not buy into this one.
AIFF.
Mainly because the volume's too low. I'm afraid they'll sell off on it. MITQ. Kind of looks like the same. Good job, Terry.
GPUS and 2 others. JFBR. WHR.
That's why we don't jump in on low volume, Joe. That's the first thing I look at before I click that buy button. Is it battling? There's no battle. I'm not taking it. Few buyers coming back into MITQ. Not seeing that white arrow yet, though. Not getting that white arrow because this indicator is still red.
GPUS.
There we go. White arrow for the push. Let's see if they can keep pushing now. There it goes. 97, 98. It's only paying pennies. I did not chase this one. So you're watching down here for the exit.
MITQ.
Still crawling up slowly, paying a few more pennies. Red on the money flow.
WHR and 7 others. HOVR, HOVR, GOVX, AIFF and 3 others. SRM. NINE. NCI and 2 others. JFBR. U.S. for example.
Just posted a new Discord link. If that one don't work for you, the issue's on your side, not mine.
SMLR and 2 others. ARQQ and 2 others. MITQ.
That is not a Discord link.
Others.
Don't know where that came from.
SMLR. OMEX.
Well, it's not letting me post a Discord
GPR
link.
and 2 others. SRM. SRM. ARQQ. IMRX.
All right, I had to use the Control C to paste it. That's a new Discord link.
IA and 2 others. JFBR. OKYM. GPUS. BIYE. GPUS. SNR.
Not seeing any volume breakouts.
JFBR and 2 others. AIFF. OKYO and 2 others.
You are welcome, Daniel.
AIFF. AIFF and 2 others.
Well, enjoy your coffee because I'm not seeing anything.
And 2 others.
All right, YouTubers, that free hour's up. I got to let you go. There's nothing moving today anyway. No big loss for you. I will be back on Monday at 6 o'clock Central AM. So come and join me again on Monday. Let's do this again. Try to make a few more dollars. If you want to join us over on Discord, click the banner that I just posted, the Discord link I just posted. Join our Discord for free. If you're interested in upgrading, hit the Upgrade Now channel. It'll explain to you what you need to do, but only sign up for 1 month at a time. We are transitioning over to volumespikes.com very soon. I hate the Discord platform. I can't wait to get off of it. So we should be changing pretty quickly. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Have a very blessed weekend. I'll be back on Monday.
GPUS.